Hello everybody. Today we're going to be talking on a subject that may be quite touchy for some people, but I feel that I really need to talk about it at some point in order to really put my mind at rest. If you guys didn't know, my dog decided to buy the doghouse, buy the farm, kick the bucket, you know, that euphemism, a few days ago. I believe it was 3 days ago. Well, it was Sunday around 4 o'clock. She decided to go into one of her seizures, and from there she woke up after her heart stopped again, and then after that she was not quite all there. So yeah, this video, or lack thereof, it's mostly just a talk of grief and loss, you know? It's life. It happens. I'm 22. Haven't quite experienced anything like it before. Like, usually people have their own stories about their own dogs, their own pets dying already, and I've never quite experienced a loss at any point in my life yet. So it's a little bit tough. But, you know, it all depends on how you take it. Kind of hard to talk about because everyone goes through it differently. You got the 5 stages that are so stereotypical, and it's really just up to you on how you tackle it. For now, right, for me right now, having silence is quite seriously just making me claustrophobic. I feel very strange when I have no sound anymore. When I'm playing games and stuff, I manage to drag myself on the computer and, you know, play some stuff. I feel normal there, kind of. There's still a hole, but I feel like I don't know, there's sound going on. I can pay attention to other things. But when I'm alone with my own thoughts, say during the nighttime has become this, like, horrible abomination to me because I'm always up at night since I work 3rd shift, and it feels suffocating being awake at night with no one to talk to or anything. And ugh. Even right now, it's like 12 p.m. and it's all sunny and bright out, and I still feel claustrophobic right now. I don't like it at all. And it's painful because my dog, she'll be 13, she was coming up on 14, but not quite make it, but that's a long life for a dog. If you didn't know that, dogs usually live to be, you know, a little bit younger than that, or if you're lucky, they'll go on longer. But she was having seizures, she was wheezing a lot, and that's what I always warn in my videos. If you hear some coughing or some strange sounds, that's probably my dog, you know, coughing some stuff up, or she's, you know, trying to orientate herself because she's a little bit, you know, odd, say the least. But she never had a seizure in any of my videos or anything, so that never really became an issue besides her coughing. As far as I'm aware, her coughing was because of an enlarged heart. And we had pills to try an Allopril and, I believe, furosemide, but those two didn't really stop any seizures or stop her from coughing until way, way, way later. And by that point, we didn't really want the medicine anymore. And once we came off the medicine, she actually got a little bit better. It was strange. So it seemed like the medicine wasn't really doing anything, unfortunately. So we stopped that prescription, and from there, she just kind of lived her life in my room. She spent a lot of my time just kind of laying around and everything. I always had her on my bed or on a blanket on the ground. And really, that was basically it. And I just became so accustomed to a lot of things. Like, I've made a lot of habits just, like, looking over at my bed and seeing the dog there, you know? So, I do that a lot still, and it's just stabbing me in the heart. I now know what it feels like to have a hole in your heart. Like, seriously, it's awful. But you gotta push through it. You can have your time to really do things, to, like, think about it and things like that, and, you know, it happens. And life, I don't mean this in a very, like, awful way, but life carries on, and really, it's up to you in order to conquer your own mind. grief is a quite powerful thing, as I'm experiencing right now. Like, see, that was, you know, if I think about her, I just kind of like break down. When she passed away, I barely even cried, but as soon as I got home after dropping her off at the vet for cremation, I just kind of like collapsed on the floor and I kind of puked a little in the shower. Took a shower right after and I was not feeling good at all. Puked a little bit, felt sick to my stomach, and then walked into my room, and that's when I became fully aware of the huge like heart that was left inside, like the huge hole in my heart that was left inside me. It's like, oh god. So yeah, I'm trying to break the habits of just kind of like looking behind me and checking my dog to see if she's okay, because I always did that when I was playing games and stuff, and it's just but yeah, it's really ideally up to you to break your own grief, and it helps to have people around you, because right now I don't really have anybody around me at the moment. I just kind of have silence, and it's kind of why I'm making the video. Like I said before, guys, it really helps to just, you know, throw your feelings out there, as emasculate as it feels, but that's not the way life should be. You should be doing what you want to do. Don't have any, what's the word I'm looking for here? Don't have any like feelings that people are gonna just put you down because, you know, oh, you put a video up because my dog died. It's like, if they do that, then they're proving themselves to be quite the asshole, pardon the French, but you know, it's that. But same time, if you talk about what's on your mind, it can really help put it at ease, you know. And I was thinking a lot by myself after my dog passed away the night, and the night was, like I said, very suffocating because I couldn't sleep, I couldn't really do anything, and eventually I just kind of dragged myself onto the computer and made a few recordings of Evolve, if you follow the channel at all. I kind of forced myself to do it, and I think you can probably tell from my voice when those videos will get up that you can probably hear it in my voice that I was not having a good day or something like that. Like, it was pretty painful, but at the same time it helped because, you know, I pushed myself to do things rather than just sit around and wallow in depression, which I've done quite enough in my life. I don't want to do it again. Depression is fine and grief is fine, but I don't want to, you know, become consumed by it again. I understand that my dog is gone, but I also realize that she's resting now, and I can kind of be at ease with that. I've had my time to really, you know, think about her death and all that, so I've come to terms with it. And it's, I don't know. It's still so weird to me to just have someone that you've had for so long, for 13 years, suddenly just gone. It's a weird feeling. If it didn't hurt, it'd be even weirder, and it hurts quite a bit, which is awesome. Wish you could stop doing that. And, you know, I still walk into my room. It's like, oh, hey, the dog's in the... No, she's not. I still leave a bit of my food, because I don't eat all of my food. I used to pass it over to her, you know? Just give her some of my leftover food, and from there we'd have a party, really. And I did it this morning, and it's like, oh, wait, I don't have a dog anymore. That's right. But I think once I have her ashes, I'll probably be feeling a little bit more at ease as well. I did have her bed, but we decided to get rid of that and her blanket as well. So I'll have her ashes, and that's pretty much it. That's what I'll have of her, and, you know, stuff. But I suppose we should get to the actual, I don't know, like, it's, grief and loss is really up to the individual, you know? It's up to you. It really is, because you need to conquer your own mind, your own depressions and whatnot, in order to get over it. It sounds very blunt, because it is, but same time, sometimes being blunt is the only way. And it's hard. It's hard to shake off depression if you're deep in it. And it's not fun, to say the least. I used to be that person. I used to be like the whiny person who's... I mean, this is a different kind of depression. This was I hate life depression instead of I lost somebody depression, so I guess that's something else. But same time, depression is, you know, not fun to go through and all that nonsense. I'm saying nonsense a lot. I can't make words right now, I'm sorry. But after some time of the previous depression spout that I had, I just kind of said to myself, okay, like, why don't I just not think about it and get over it? And if you would have met me a couple years back, not really a couple years, more like 5 years back, I would have been a completely different person from who I am now. And it would have been messy to say the least, because I used to be this, like, not quite emo, but I had long black hair. I was always hiding my face behind it and everything like that. I still do that nowadays, but I'm much more outgoing than I was before. And the channel has helped as well, although I still blumble a few words occasionally, but I don't really care. That's part of who I am, and the channel has kind of helped me accept how I speak, and also made me aware of how I speak, so I can at least, if I wanted to, if I really wanted to, I can make an attempt to fix my speaking issues, where I just kind of like have my tongue not up in my mouth and all that. But once again, the channel really helps me out by allowing me to speak my feelings at people that I can't see. I'm still speaking my feelings though, you know. Anyone can stumble upon the video, anyone can link it to someone else, and from there it's kind of like, hi, maybe you're going through the same thing as well. I said in the last video too, a little heart to heart. If you're going through this too, then, you know, we can share feelings, and you know, you're not alone in it. And perhaps you'll explain it the same way I did, where you have no idea how to explain it. It's just, there's a feeling in your heart that you can't really, you know, get your hands on, and it's just there, and it doesn't feel right. But, you know, feelings basically is the final bit of the video. Feelings. And you really shouldn't be afraid to talk to other people about it, or, you know, anything like that. Especially if you lost somebody that you loved, then it's, pardon me, then it's okay. You know, it's okay to talk to other people. At that point, what else can you do? If you just sit around and try to really just kind of like cover your emotions, that is not going to end well. That will not end well. And that's kind of what I've been doing, sort of, not really. I've just kind of been, you know, festering with it, and it hasn't been going well, it hasn't been going bad. When I talk with people, I feel a lot better, but when I'm alone like this, it's that claustrophobic feeling that's just awful. And that'll probably be amplified if you decide to bottle up your feelings and, you know, just kind of sit around and do nothing. It'd be plenty awful. And that's not really a viable solution to depression. Trust me, don't do it. You need to be expressing yourself a lot and letting other people know what's up. And of course, once again, everybody goes through depression differently, so it's up to you to decide how you want to conquer it. It's really up to, like, you can't really say it any other way. It's up to you. You need to have the mental willpower to conquer your own, like, fears and whatnot. If you can't do that, then depression will just constantly rule you forever. And you need to be aware of what you are doing at all times, because you will sometimes lash out at people that you care about, and in turn, they will stop helping you. And from there, it just becomes this downward spiral of pain and doom. And you don't want pain and doom. Pain and doom is unless it's your thing, like unless you want to, like have pain and doom, and you do that. But for the most part, your average person does not want pain and doom. Pain and doom is bad, and it's really up to you. I'll say it again for the 19th time in this video. It's up to you to conquer your feelings, and if you can't do that, then you need help. And if you need help, that's fine. Just ask someone you care about, ask close friends, or a friend, a family member, and maybe they're going through the same thing that you are because they had that relationship as well with that person or thing or whatever, and you guys can share feelings and help each other out. Unfortunately, I'm kind of like the only one in my family who is really hit as hard as I was by the loss of the dog. I mean, my dad was there, and he was not looking too good either, but he knows how to deal with it since he's lost a few dogs as well. But no one else really is having the issues that I'm having. But I feel like just kind of throwing it out there will help me out, which is what I've said about 50 times now. I'm sorry. I'm kind of repeating myself. I am repeating myself. Like, I said it 100 times now probably, I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. I might cover more later, I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling, but yeah. If you're listening in and you've got the same feelings as I do, then, well, perhaps I can help. Or maybe the video already has helped. And if it has, then, well, good luck to you, sir or madam, in your endeavors. And I'll see you guys in another video, whatever one you may click on.